Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another... did I get you? You waiting for it? Glorious company on Hero City Casting, yeah. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how to survive bersaglieri cheese. Now, this is not a surefire way. A high-level opponent smashed me yesterday as well. Rank 1689 DAC, I believe. He made 4 of those. I didn't make the Jeep on the when I was fighting the 1689 opponent. I said, okay, let me try 4 riflemen versus bersaglieri. Doesn't work. So what the DAC players will do is they're going to hold you up with the bersaglieri in the center, while the crowd shoots in and the engineers will cap the left and the right side of the map, and they'll punish you. So, again, this is not a surefire way. With the recent mega buffs to Axis right now, you know, mega buffs, it's been a bit of a struggle. Also, before I get started, we're going to go ahead and take these scouts to cap the fuel manpower point. We're going to pump out a Jeep as soon as we can, go armored battle group, take the engineers to cap the right side of the map, and then we're going to take the engineers and go all the way to our fuel and get ready for an engineer pushing us or a crowd shoots in. But yeah, before I get started, a lovely person informed me, I am full of shit. I don't borrow my buddy Sleepy Gary's account or whatever. You know, you're a liar. You're not casual. Here's the thing. I love Company of Hero 3 Elitists. They are the best thing ever, because the first thing they tell you is, if you can't beat anybody that's high level, you're bad. Go ahead and check the videos from 9 months ago, my 2v2s, my 1v1s, what was I doing, beating tournament level players, but okay, that's fine. I always love a good criticism here and there. So, of course, it's, you're lying! I don't know, man, just go ahead and kiss your boyfriend, man. Just do the world a favor, go ahead and make out with him. You need some love right now, I get it. You need a little pound town with your boyfriend. Nah, I'm not gay, but you do what you want to do, boy. Excuse me. Still got a nasty cough. So what are we doing right now? We're going to go ahead and take the Jeep. Cap the munition point is an early warning system. Move the Jeep across the map. Going to go ahead and put flanking shots into the bersaglieri and blocking the cap at the same time. Moving the scouts in, trying to get as much DPS as possible. Maybe I should have kept them at long range, but I'm worried about an additional bersaglieri running up the field, which will happen. Assume 3 to 4 bersaglieris. This guy's going to make a total of 5. Count on 5 bersaglieris this match. So, we're burning him down. We got huge hits into it. He's not able to cap because the models are not inside the point. We're going to bring the Jeep back in for a little kiss, a little touch, a little smooch, putting pressure onto the bersaglieri as much as possible. We need model bleeds for this to work. And the problem is that when you beat a bersaglieri squad back, they sprint so fast that when you win in one engagement against them, 2 more are going to take its place. And you're going to see that all throughout this match. So, scouts can't win. We don't need any unnecessary model bleeds. Maybe I could have let 2 models drop because they're half health and they're a liability squad now. But hey, that's on me. Jeep's going to go ahead to hit the repair button. You're going, hey, why did you hit it? That crowd shoots in that's obviously in the background capping will fuck my Jeep up if we get too low, and we cannot lose the scout unit. With the recent glorious buff to the Axis, it's becoming even harder to be allies in the 1v1s and 2v2s, 3v3, 4v4s. And we're going to go ahead and win this fight against the bersaglieri though. We got the model drops. They're, 3 to 4 models. And the rifleman will win because riflemen do great and green cover up close. He's taking his crowd shoots and doing the same thing. On the right side of the map, he was trying to sneakily decap me with what I said, the engineer squad, not too long ago. And he is going to go ahead and get the decap. Jeep had to back off. We get really lucky here. I don't know if it was the armor or the range, but the engineers will not get any penetrating shots. This is putting stress on me, though, because the entire time I was splitting my eyes fucking sideways, Siamese, trying to keep an eye on both engagements. Scouts are moving in. We're going to have to body block this cap. Because if he takes it, it's going to delay our fuel income even longer. And right now he's sitting on 33 fuel versus my 13. What are we stressed about? 8 rad, 8 rad, 8 rad. Now, somebody, the co-pros always inform me, nobody spams 8 rads. I'm going to keep saying it. Remember the 4v4 tournament with the pro players or fucking any of my videos showing 8 rad spam? Everybody spams 8 rads. It's one of the easiest vehicles in the game to use. Nothing but benefits, and I think it has more health than a Greyhound. Definitely has more armor. So riflemen are going to lose. The bersaglieri did close the gap, but because they have more health than my riflemen, I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. We cannot afford to lose this game right now. There's the crowd shoots, and I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and get the cap. Jeep is still on standby. We can't use it right now. Engineers were up top trying to get the decaps. I'm just being very cautious. We are going to move the Jeep in a second when I feel like the crowd shoots backed off. Riflemen are engaging. We stopped the cap on the fuel. We did a little bit of a flip-flop here. He was on the inside of the field. He hopped over. Don't know why. Maybe trying to get the extra cover. Cratchison is going to take pot shots into my flank. There it is. Jeep is going to go ahead and move up because the Cratchison's over here decapping. He thinks he has me. We need the connected territory points. So, he's going to decap, but as soon as we cap with the rifleman and the Jeep caps this down here, we get the territory back and we get the fuel income. Engineers holding up top, trying to fight the bersaglieri. We are going to lose this fight. Bersaglieri do great in close range. I don't know what it is. Bolt action Italian rifles are amazing. Even though historically, I think they're using the Carcano, was a shitty fucking rifle that jammed all the fucking time. But hey, you know what? The Italian army was the best. Is that why they surrendered so quickly, or is that why they hanged Mussolini? Or is that why their government collapsed? I don't know. But according to Relic Studios, the Italians and the Nazis were the best army in World War II. You know, got to love it. So Jeep's going to go ahead and move back out. We activated the auto repair ability. It was on a nice little cooldown. We're going to go ahead and stop the cap, cock block the cap, put pressure onto the bersaglieri, taking big shots, moving in the riflemen. We have to get them point blank. What I've noticed with the riflemen is if you can negate their cover bonus, they're going to do extra damage. But let's say you're one-on-one and he has green cover and you have green cover, it's going to take longer to kill it. Rifleman vet 1, I'm going to go ahead and activate pour it on him. We want to go ahead and chase off this Kratschützen and not let it, you know, get any more extra shots into me. Also, we're worried about the Veterancy 1 ability, which is, if I got that corrected, I think it's a little bit faster to get than the Jeep. There's the Vet 1 ability. What does that mean? Mark target, you're 50% easier to hit. This can burn down infantry squads.
Commander,
almost get the kill on the Kratschützen, sadly. Do not wrap it up with that final burst. What do I see right now? Engineers engaging them. We have to back up the Jeep because bersaglieri are capping my field right now. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to prevent my Jeep from taking flanking or rear armor shots. We're going to go ahead and reorientate the Jeep, get pressure onto the bersaglieri, moving riflemen out of base to block the cap.
You have 3 command
And you know
points
the deal.
available.
You know the deal. Italian infantry were the best. Just sprinting across the map at high speed.
All vehicles will
Now
have
I am
less
floating
terrain
manpower.
and
Why am I floating manpower right now?
upkeep.
I am debating on whether I go Greyhound or do I want to get the Scott. Now, a gentleman has informed me. He says I'm on that Allied Zaza. Oh, before we get started, there's the engineers trying to decap me again because they're a nice little scout unit. Jeep's moving in from the engagement. I'm going to have to go ahead and back it off in a second. There it is. And the Scott's moving in. Captain dead. Now, pause. That's egg on my face. Here's my problem. For some reason, Allied weapons drop more than Axis weapons. Also, I was treating the captain like a 4-man unit that was actually a decent combat unit, but thanks to the recent nerfs from Relic Studio, the captain is literally worse than an engineer squad at this point. Yeah, it's so much squishier. I should check the health. I think it has less health than engineer squad. I could be wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and take this Scott. Now, a gentleman informed me I was on the Zaza. He's like, hey, man, I like your videos. Let's keep it respectful. He's like, check the win rate ratio. It's still at a 45% compared to a 56% Axis, if I got that right. I'll show it at the end of the video. But yeah, he said that the Scott's got the buffs. He was like, you know, he's keeping it respectful, so I'm going to keep it respectful. I mean, you know, I'm a bit of a sarcastic dick, so I'm not trying to be rude, dude, but at the same time, I'm going to be funny about it. But yeah, check out that overperforming Scott that recently got the buffs. Let's go ahead and... it's on 1 kill right now. But I'll show you some more overperforming shots in a second. Jeep's repairing. Again, had to pop that auto repair ability. We are going to go ahead and get the decap. The Kratschützen is going to bully us a little bit. And riflemen are wigging out. They're just debating, hey, do I want to cap the point or do I just give up on life? Who knows? But we get them back into the point. You know, quality control from Relic Studios. Why was it being cautious with the Jeep? A lot of Axis players will plant random mines, which will fuck up your Jeep, which the Jeep dies on 1 mine. The Kratschützen at bet 3 does not die to 1 mine. Yep, Balancio. This game is so high balanced. Check out this overperforming Scott. Oh wow, that was a decent damage roll. Let's go ahead and get another one. No, okay, okay. I said Scott can shoot through the mountain. There's the Breda 30 models. What does that do? That forces us to tech into bars with the riflemen. As soon as you see the Breda 30s, the riflemen cannot beat them on a 1v1 until they get the bars. So. At the same time, I had to tech into medics. I'm going to go ahead and stall just for a little bit. There's the Scott. Let's go ahead and get some overperforming shots going. Boom, check that overperformance out. Okay, stationary engineers, they're clumped up together. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Damn, that was actually an overperforming shot. Okay, that might be the one for the game. Let's go ahead and see it again and miss. Okay, overperforming. There's the AT gun. I'm going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit and get 2 more shots into this. At the same time, listen to my riflemen overperforming without their bars. Check that out. He's going to go ahead and try to toss a dirty nade in a second. Scott's gonna go ahead and back off. Check that overperformance out. Yeah, man, it's crazy. And riflemen are on a 1v1 right now. So, I mean, the Breda 30s were weak. I popped the port on him ability. We're gonna go ahead and retreat, try to get a dirty nade like I was talking about. There's the Kratschützen getting the caps. He's gonna take some damage into me. There's the Scott engaging these units. Check this shot out. Watch, watch, watch. Clump together. Oh, damn! I dropped the model, baby! Yeah, that was overperformance. Now, I had my buddy Sir Zelot in my ear. He's a good friend of mine. He's you know, an artist that is helping me out with a couple of my sketches or skits. And he was just laughing. He was like, "Show me the Scott." And I said, "Okay, let's make a Scott and see how you know, amazingly it was buffed." Engineers, let's go ahead and give them the superior field craft and always get the minesweeper on. It allows them to repair faster. There's a Jeep. We're going to go ahead and get the cap on the field, which is vital.
We've lost control
As soon as
of
we
the
can
sector.
connect this territory, we're going to go ahead and get plus 33 fuel, which is amazing. And Jeep's going to go ahead and stall. Unfortunately, I get unlucky this time. These engineers were wrecking me on the damage burst. And just check out the health on this Jeep. You know, half health in no time. Left side of the map, Crash Schützen's hitting me. We're not going to win this fight, but we can get the decap. And finally get the repair in the Scott. So what are we debating right now? I think I've gone ahead and made a pre-AT gun. Because the entire time in the back of my head, I'm going, when is the...
One of our sectors is now in enemy hands.
Shrimpmobile 8-Rad gonna pop. I was going, when's the 8-Rad? When's the 8-Rad? So what are some Axis players, will go ahead and hit the tactical pause button. Some Axis players are now purposely skipping the 8-Rad because they can rush faster to tier 4 to get the Panzer III out. And that's what this guy does. And he's gonna get a Tiger. He's gonna get a total of 4 to 5 Panzer IVs and 1 Tiger this entire match. And you're going, wow, yeah. So, that is a interesting predicament that I'm in. The AT gun's getting shot in the flank, very easily killable for allied AT guns. We have to move that back as fast as possible. I am going to bring the Jeep into this engagement, being cautious, worried about the AT gun. Catch a glimpse of it on the top, so we're going to commit the Jeep. Scott, using the mountain as cover, I'm going to go ahead and reverse it and try to shoot over the mountain, keeping me out of danger. It does not work, sadly. I think I lose line of sight, so we don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Moving the engineers to engage, we have to be cautious because most likely a nade's going to be coming my way. I'm going to go ahead and hug him. There's the nade I was talking about. Pushing through the nade, getting behind the heavy cover. Oh, correction. I just fucked up and they just going to run through it. My bad. Jeep's off the field. Have to wait for the auto repair ability. Rifleman with bars moving in. I do have single bar teched on this rifleman. Yep. Couldn't. I can't afford it. I think I was saving my munis for the Scott abilities. Do take a nasty shot from the AT gun. You know, look at that overperforming Scott kicking ass. Crazy.
Out of supply.
So, my brain's all over the place. We're getting decapped and going, what the fuck can I do right now? I'm in such a bad position. I have no manpower. I'm just kind of trying to figuring out what can I do. Worried about a mine. I said, fuck it. We have to block the cap. We cannot be stalled anymore. He's going to go ahead and, you know, back off. Jeep's going to hold. And I have to roll this vehicle out to my engineers. I'm kind of, you know, debating in base. Again, just racking my brain going, how do I get out of this situation? Hit that tactical pause. Let's see how much of map control my opponent has. And it's just a... So it says white, this is cap, before somebody runs their fucking mouth. So all the whites, including this, is about to be cap. My opponent owns about... let's just say 3/4 of the map at this point. So we're going to select the player only. Boom. So my opponent owns actually a little bit over 3/4 of the map at this point. So we're in a bad position. There's a Crash Schützen. I say, okay, the Jeep's healthy enough to engage this fight. Crash Schützen is on half health. We're going to go ahead and chase it and keep an eye on the left side of the map, dodging nades at all time. These nades are very deadly if you get caught and you're bunched up. I'm going to go ahead and commit and chase the Crash Schützen. It has to die. My opponent didn't think I was going to keep rushing it. I am overloading him by constantly pressing the rifleman in and just trying to hit him. Jeep gets the kill. We're going to go ahead and get the decap on the field. This is huge. With the Crash Schützen gone, that reduces his scouting units and harassment on my points. And riflemen are going to close the gap. I am going to lose this fight now because riflemen are 4 models. These are 5 models. But he calls the retreat early. Ah, yes, my Scott was moving in. My bad.
Capture point is being overrun.
Replay from yesterday, so brain's a little bit tired. So, I'm going to go ahead and move the Scott in. You know, harass, get some overperforming shots into the bersaglieris. Check that shit out, baby! Look at that! Is that like a, is that like a tenth? A millimeter of damage? We're going to go ahead and keep harassing him, though. Okay, so, you know, a little bit of decent damage roll. Didn't drop any models on that. The Scott is only good at harassing and bleeds. Boom, we get a nice little chunky shot. He was low health. Rifleman moving in for the close finish kill. But we do not drop him or get any kills out of this engagement. What am I doing right now? I am setting up mines because we finally have map control. We're making a breakout. So Rifleman are going to go ahead and press. I did activate Pour It On him. It took Pour It On him, a Scott, and an engineer squad to chase off that one bersaglieri squad. You know, put it in perspective. I am putting sneaky mines down. Most players never assume there's a mine here, so this is great for traffic control. Putting mine in the center of the road because the bersaglieris are constantly spreading through the map. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get one more mine right here. Because a lot of people don't assume. There's that tank I was talking about, so he has rushed to a Panzer III at 13 minutes. It's even easier to get to your final tech-up option. What does that mean for me? I am forced to check Chaffee. Chaffee is a great counter to the Panzer III. To the Panzer III. Not really to the Panzer IV. Jeep has been killed, sadly. So that means I'm back to square zero on capping speed. And again, this puts us in danger. We're going to have to go ahead and roll this AT gun back in a second because he is chasing me down the road. Mine detonation will occur in a second.
A munitions point is
Or
being
maybe
attacked.
later on. Scott is going to go ahead and open up. Again, another overperforming shot into the bersaglieri. Let's go ahead and run that back one more time. Boom, check it out. And damn, drop the model. This Scott is fucking deadly, boy! Woo! AT gun's going to go open up. Panzer IV gets a nice little chunky shot into it. I get two hits from the AT gun. I was a little bit shocked by that. So Panzer III is going to go ahead and chill out. Bersaglieri's moving in. Now, I like to call this no bitches, no snares. Bersaglieris don't have snares. What does that mean? My Scott can go ahead and hug him and try to get those extra damaging shots into it. But again, look at that overperformance shot from the Scott. So remember, bersaglieris, no bitches, no snares. Always go ahead and fuck with them. And this is going to come into key later on. There's the Panzer III. It's already low health. That's why my Scott's going to go ahead and charge in. We activated flanking speed because of the Vet 1 ability, and we get the kill on the Panzer III. Now you can argue the Panzer III is a piece of shit, and I can argue that the Panzer III was half health chasing me with a Scott and AT gun in support. But you know what? Let's let the Council of Balance decide. Oh, this just in from Relic Studios. The Scott will now have a total of 480. We're going to go ahead and drop that to 240 health due to this video. All right, yeah, Relic Studios has confirmed that the Scott will be nerfed. Sorry guys, I don't know what to do here. So Scott's going to go ahead and move in because, engineers, no bitches, no snares, but that really applies to bersaglieris. But yeah, Relic Studios has informed me the Scott will be nerfed. Actually, we're going to go ahead. They actually said that due to Axis players' complaint, allies will no longer be a playable faction. Every match will auto-win for Axis. They said, thank you for your money, thank you for buying the special edition, we appreciate your time, but go fuck yourself. Damn, Relic Studios, you guys are icy. So Scott's going to go ahead and engage. Now check out these overperforming shots from the Scott. Damn. Whew. Now, gentleman has informed me that the Panther cannot damage infantry squads. Now in that review video I showed, just check out the little bit where the Panther was engaging the scout squad and those huge damaging shots that it put into it. Now let's go ahead and compare the Chaffee whenever I use it for combat engagements. But what are we doing right now? I was trying to get some smoke over there. My buddy recommended it. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to, but the time it takes to activate the ability, it varies. Sometimes you can launch in a second, sometimes it takes like 30 seconds to launch or it's bugged. Double nades from my opponent. He does hit me on the second one. I'm going to have to back off. Riflemen are too weak on the right side of the map. And we're going to pull back. There's the 4th bersaglieri squad from my opponent at this point in the game, so we are worried about, instant capping. Huge shot from the Scott. Finally something overperforming. And we're going to go ahead and chase these guys off. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's just so inconsistent. But we've gotten it to Vet 2. It's on 13 kills. Check these bersaglieri. These bersaglieri on 17 kills versus the anti-infantry tank, which is 13. Overperforming! Fucking... Yeah. But yeah, check out this bersaglieri. So they're going to go ahead and engage me. The Scott's going to go ahead and put rounds into him. We know there's an AT gun in the area. We're worried about the next tank, which is a Panzer IV. It's even easier and cheaper to tech up into Panzer IV now. He's had plenty of map control, so this is going to be an uphill battle for the rest of the match. There's the overperforming Chaffee. Look at that damage on the bersaglieris. See the AT gun? I'm going to go ahead and try to take a pot shot at it. AT gun reverses, moving the engineers back to repair the Scott. At this point, I'm going, okay. I accidentally fuck up. If you're going, hey dude, you're floating 500 manpower. Yes, I understand I'm floating 500 manpower. The reason is, I was debating, hey, do I go rifleman, or do I go rifleman AT gun, or do I go another Chaffee? That's why I'm floating this much manpower. I'm going to go ahead and pump out a rifleman. I was also teching up at this point. I make one huge mistake. I meant to click unlock production time for Easy 8s. What I accidentally did is I hit Easy 8 Sherman Combat Group, and this delays my tank even further and really just ruins me. Oh, interesting fact. This is only 105 fuel. This is 110 fuel. Don't know why. Somebody explained to me why it's more expensive fuel-wise to, do the production. Easy 8 production. So he's pushing with his Panzer IV AT gun in combo. We're gonna have to back the Chaffee off. AT gun is in support. Putting rounds onto the Panzer IV. Askrins have attacked me. Kicking me off the field. We need to keep this AT gun alive. This is our life source. Rifleman and Scout in tandem, pushing as hard as we can. No bitches, no snares. We're not worried about any snares, so we can just hold our ground and just put rounds into these Askrins. Panzer IV trying to take some cheeky pot shots into me. What I should have done is focus with these riflemen, but I was just really nervous about infantry, charging these vehicles, and I wanted a defense net, and the Panzer IV rushing me. That's why I held them off. AT gun in position. So we know the Panzer IV's around here. We're going to keep this AT gun orientated in that direction. Now, this is a numbers game. This is a time game right now. We are stressing, because the longer this game lasts, the more tanks are going to pop out into the field. And that's going to put me in a very, very bad situation. Double rifleman pushing on the bersaglieri. Check out this damage. Huge. Strafing run comes in. I'm going to go ahead and 7-10 split this shit. Boom. And we are good to go. Dodge that strafing run. Moving the Scott in for support, being very dangerous with it because the AT gun could hit me. Nade from my opponent. I'm going to go ahead and retreat the rifleman in a second. Bersaglieri's pushing on the right side of the map. I could be wrong. Never mind. Riflemen are going to hold the hill because an additional Bersaglieri squad popped up. Now we're going to go ahead and hit the retreat button in a second. Hold it, hold it, hold it. There it is. And we get there out of this engagement by the skin of my teeth. Now, what are we doing right now? Right side of the map, I'm going to go ahead and toss it. I did toss an aid to the Bersaglieri. We will win this engagement. On the left side of the map, I am going to hold my ground. Panzer IV can't hit me because of the sight blocker. He is trying to attack ground, but we do win against the Bersaglieri point-blank range without cover. AT gun in danger, taking huge shots from the Bersaglieri because he has more Bersaglieri behind the Bersaglieri, cover the Bersaglieri. I mean, shit, he's got more Italians than a fucking cheese pizza factory. Panzer IV is charging us. The only way we're going to get out of this is if we throw a snare. Boom, there's a snare. Huge engine damage. We can retreat now. He is looking for the AT gun kill. He will get it, removing the Veteran C1 focus sight perk, which is a big loss for me. Engineers are repairing. We're going to use these engineers to recrew the AT gun, but unfortunately, I couldn't hit the retreat button fast enough because my retreat button is a hotkey. That is the reverse key, as well as the retreat button. And the engineer squad will die.
Ready to take the field.
So I go, okay, fuck it, let's get another rifleman onto the field. You're going, dude, you're floating 700 manpower. Why? Because unfortunately, because I messed up on the Sherman combat group. There's the Askrins pushing me. The Easy 8 from the call-in is 650 manpower. Yeah, very fucking expensive. Here comes the strafing run. I'm going to go ahead and scoot and shoot out of the way. Scouts take a little bit of damage. You know what's crazy? And it had me rolling. The strafing run did more damage to the Askrins than any of my units combined. You know, because the Axis army was too powerful. And right now I'm in a bad position. 44 pop cap to 68. So we got to be very cautious. And we're waiting for the 105 field to pop and the manpower income to come in. Easy 8 is about to pop into the field. This is our game changer. But we're not out of the woods yet because we only have we have an anti-tank, excuse me, and a tank. We have 2 vehicles that can fight off tanks and an AT gun. And the engineer squad popped, so even though I lost it, we're going to go ahead and pop them off, equip them with minesweepers, and again, superior field craft right at the get-go. But because of this, I'm worried about a Tiger at this point, because he has already teched into the Panzer IV. That indicates to me that he could save up for a Tiger, and this game gets exponentially harder. Thank God he's not going to do that. Riflemen are pressing, Easy 8's moving in, and Easy 8, it is going to give you some lovely juicy shots in a second. Just check this out. Boom, there it is. Model's clumped up, cover's getting knocked down. That's why I love the Easy 8. Nades are coming in. He's been faking nades. Oh, never mind. He didn't fake that time. But in the entire match, I've been hearing grenade, 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 grenade. Sometimes he was clicking the button, canceling it, and faking me out, which is smart. Moving the Easy 8 back. We're going to go ahead and focus on the repairs. Rest of the map, scouts are trying to cap. Bersaglieri are pushing me. And every time I get pushed off to the field, these sprinting fucking units will, you know, outcap me. There's the mine I was talking about. Most people don't ever think there's a mine here. But it comes in clutch, forcing the Bersaglieri squad off. But it doesn't matter because they're going to be running right back into combat in no time.
The sector's been overrun.
So anti-tank gun is opening up on me, putting pressure onto the Bersaglieris using the overperforming Scott Chaffee combo. It's not working. I smell blood in the water though. On the left side of the map, I go, okay, AT gun is overexposed because it was taking pot shots from right here, my bad. So I said, okay, riflemen are ready to go. Easy 8's ready to go. Chaffee and reserve. No bitches, no snares. This is a big push right now. I'm going to go ahead and focus the AT gun with the Easy 8. Riflemen moving in to snare the Panzer IV. Correction, as soon as I get the munis. You know, everybody's focusing the AT gun. Get the kill on the AT gun. Easy 8 is going to now focus the Panzer IV. Chaffee moving in tandem to kill the Panzer IV as well. He's trying to recrew the AT gun. Riflemen are going to keep putting pressure onto the Bersaglieris. Desperately trying to get a snare, but not enough munis. Again, focusing the Panzer IV, super low right now with both the Easy 8 and the Chaffee. Get the kill on the Panzer IV. He's trying to reorientate the AT gun, knocking everything out. I go, okay, this is not over. We need to kill the Bersaglieris. We need to kill the Askrins. And we have an engineer squad in the back over here. So I'm going to go ahead and focus the low Bersaglieris with everything. Focusing the low Askrins with everything. And we get the kill. I go, okay, let's go ahead and wrap up these engineers. Boom! Knock it out. Gonna go ahead and pick up that flamethrower with the rifleman squad as soon as I can. This is a huge win. My opponent has been stacking so much manpower and fuel, he's gonna go ahead and remake 2 tanks. So, before somebody says, this is your problem with the allies, is that why he's making 2 tanks? Fucking crazy, right? So, what do we get out of this? We got 1 tank, 3 kills, and an AT gun. 3 infantry kills and an AT gun. This is huge. bersaglieri that I just chased off are back onto the field, by the way. Yay! So, even though this engagement was a win, it really doesn't mean anything because he's still on the field putting pressure on me. I'm going to go ahead and move in the Scott because no bitches, no snares. And even though he's remaking his tank, I have time to put pressure on him. Here comes the strafing run. We'll go ahead and dodge that. You know, like the old swerves, baby. Like those fucking, like those G's, son. I'm going to go ahead and dodge that shit. What are we doing right now? Ignore the chaffee. Focus the repair on the EZ-8. This is a mission critical vehicle. This is what we need to stay into the game. What am I doing right now? I need another EZ-8 into the field, so that means I'm going to go ahead and float manpower and start stacking all my shit. Moving the AT gun in support, even though he's going to charge me with the tank, and there it is, Panzer 3. We're A-okay because we have a support network ready to go. I'm going to move in the rifleman, try to get a double dirty snare onto it. I don't have enough muni, I'm going to have to back off. There's a nade. No need to lose anything. Rifleman low, this rifleman is going to die. We will replace it later on, but not right now. And I'm panicking because I thought I was going to drop a bar, but we're A-okay. So, we're good to go. 24 minutes in. We still got about, what, another 8-9 minutes? Excuse me. And we're just kind of holding. Oh, my bad. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I'm still sick. I'm still sick, guys. I can't think straight. So, what are we doing right now? I'm going to go ahead and poke with the EZ-8. I know he's going to have 2 tanks. That's why I'm being cautious, keeping my support network in the background. We have our 2 AT guns set up on the flank. I did see a little bit of a tank over here. I'm going to go ahead and push, but not too far. Again, we've killed the engineers, but there could be a mine. And, you know, that Panzer 3 does get some really lucky pins into my Sherman. Moving the Scott in. Put pressure on the bersaglieris. And we're just, I was going to build a bulldozer. I said, nope, fuck it. We need more anti-tank because this guy's going to save for a Tiger. And I called everything. My buddy was like, dude, go bulldozer. You need more anti-infantry. I was like, no, bro. I'm telling you, there's a Tiger. He's like, nah, there's no way. Look at your map control. You've had way more fuel control. I'm like, no. Axis always pulls the Tiger out of their ass. So the Panzer 3 is engaging me. I feel comfortable in this engagement because I do have a support network. EZ-8 does take some shots. Scott is putting shots into the bersaglieris. Big miss from the Scott. Do that shell travel time. AT gun is in support, so we're going to go ahead and stick around and try to fuck around and find out. Riflemen are moving out of base. AT gun's ready to go. I need to scoot that up. And, you know, Chaffee's in the back just supporting the flank in case there's 3 Panzer IVs I need to worry about. EZ-8's going to go ahead and crank out. Engineer's going to stop the repair because they take extra damage. I'm going to get behind the EZ-8 because this is green cover. And a lot of people don't know about this mechanic. These tanks do provide cover. We're going to put pressure on the bersaglieris. Now check this out. Second EZ-8 onto the field. These bersaglieris are being harassed by the rifleman and the EZ-8 in combo. Scott is shooting the flanking SWAT in the back, but these bersaglieris are, you know, getting away with it, taking as much damage as we can. But we do get the kill with the EZ-8 rifleman and Scott combo finally.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory
In a second,
point.
you'll see my opponent get mad. I'm waiting for it. I thought it was in this engagement, but we're going to go ahead and move the 2 EZ-8s together. I needed the second engineer squad because the repair times are fucking ridiculous for American engineers. It takes forever.
They've taken our victory
Chaffee moving in. You know, I'm having everything ready to go. My mechanized army is ready to go. We've held out, survived the game for 26 minutes. I deserve this. Absolutely. So, weak Panzer 3. I'm like, what are you doing, buddy? I was going to snare this guy, but I wanted the cap first because we were bleeding too much in the VPs. Yeah, I just kind of scoot away. I go, yeah, it just feels too good to be true. And I just don't want to risk it for the biscuit at this point. We are down a rifleman. Putting smoke shells onto the point, and boom. 2 EZ-8s are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and push shots into the bersaglieri with the rifleman as support and just check this shit out. Throws a nade. I'm going to go ahead and semi-dodge it, but take a huge damage. And with 2 EZ-8s and the rifleman in combo, we burn down the bersaglieris that are grouped up. He types LOL. It's like, bro, what is so fucking funny about that? You ran into 2 tanks? You're just not used to losing? What the fuck? So I said, you know what? I'm going to give you something to laugh about. Let's LOL together. You know what? I'm going to LOL the fuck out of you. Let's LOL this fucking Panzer 3. Where you going, boy? Where the fuck you think you're going? I'll give you something to laugh about. Oh! Thanks for the 1500 experience. And I reply, LOL. I'm going to match your energy. As soon as you pull the trigger, I'm going to hit you with more shots than you can count. So what does my opponent have? There's the Tiger. Here's the problem. At this point in the game, I finally have more pop cap because he is fucked up. I've been waiting this entire game surviving. He's a pop cap of 49. You would think you would think that his Tiger would be well supported, right? That he would probably wait. He has time. He has plenty of time
200 points remaining on
to
our front
bleed
line.
VPs. He's not out of the game yet. I'm trying to cap them right now. So, my opponent could have made another AT gun. He could have made another Panzer IV if he wanted to. Oh, fuck, he could have made an anti-tank squad if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to do that. So credit to him, there's the engineer squads moving the EZ-8s in combo, leaving the Chaffee in support in case the Tiger shows its head. There's a Panzer III. I go, okay, he obviously has a Tiger coming out to the field. We are going to put shots into it in a second if he charges.
One of our sectors
And he does.
is now in enemy
I'm like,
hands.
okay, come at me, come on. I'm like kiting him. I'm like, come on, buddy. Come here, boy. There you go. So, we're going to go ahead and move the EZ-8s back in. Riflemen are bait. We are going to snare with the rifleman. And as soon as we kill this Panzer III, he's fucked because he does not have multiple tanks to counter me. Just one unsupported Tiger. There's the snare. I go, okay, we have to risk it for the biscuit. This tank needs to die, or this game's going to be even worse for me because he will go full mechanized. Boom, get the kill on the Panzer III. We're done. We're going to go ahead and pull out. Rifleman retreat. He gets one more juicy shot into me. I'm going to back these shits off. Because the battle's in our favor at this point. He has no more support tanks. He has a Tiger, unsupported, versus my armada of fucking, medium to light tanks. I'm going to go ahead and roll it back. At this point, I'm saving up for a Hellcat. Because a gentleman has informed me that the Hellcat is an overperforming vehicle. I was going to go ahead and test it.
Victory point.
As soon as I can. EZ-8s are going to slow roll to the bersaglieri. You're going, hey, there's a Tiger in the area. I go, yeah. But because it's so slow, he's never going to get to me in time. Now, if the Tiger was well supported, it would have kicked my ass. I lost to a player with a well supported Tiger. Fucking shredded me.
Points.
So we're going to back off, hit the repair button, move the rifleman in, to hold our ground. We're in a good spot. And look at that. There's the 5th bersaglieri squad. Let's give him a hand.
We've lost a sector.
Give him a hand, folks. Now, I've been testing the bersaglieris as well. I've been cheesing with them because I wanted to see how potent they are. They're fucking ridiculous. But let's give them a hand anyways. Fucking good shit. Good shit, my guy. So we're just kind of holding our ground right now. We're waiting. Engineers are moving. The cards are in our favor at this point. There's no need to engage until I feel like I'm ready. Because we have the VPs on our side. We're regaining the cap. We have the kills. We have the armor kills. It's in our favor now. Bersaglieri moving in. I'm like, okay, you really want to do this? Hellcat's onto the field. I'm immediately clicking it, trying to get it up here. AT gun's in position. Second AT gun's in position. Focusing the bersaglieri. Throw a nade. Oh, no, he throws a nade. Excuse me. There's the Tiger pushing in. I'm moving the rifleman in on the flank to get ready to snare the Tiger. And I'm lining up my shit. I'm lining up my shots. I go, okay, now's the time to push. There's the Tiger unsupported, moving the rifleman into snare. Everything's focused. I go, yep, you're 50% health. Get injured, crit, bitch. Let's LOL together, baby. Let's fucking have something to laugh about moving the Hellcat in. And check this out. Before the Hellcat could even fire a shot, the Tiger is dead. And it's over. Oh, yeah, baby. And let's LOL together, Jan Soldat. I think he's French, by the way. No, is he Dutch? I think he's Dutch. I'm going to keep his profile private. But, yeah, Jan Soldat, the glorious German army is undefeated. I like to put on the SS uniform when I co-cast in my, German attire. Fucking glorious fatherland. Okay, let's go ahead and... I'm going to play Halo Wars 2 today. That's why the Xbox app is on. Because I'm getting sick of Co. I want to play some Halo Wars. But yeah, a gentleman has informed me that the win rates have balanced out. So, again, being 100% respectful, man, not being a dick. Sorry if I sound that way. I'm just sick. But let's go ahead and check these win rates out together. Wehrmacht 56%, 52%, DAC 45%, 45% USF. I have been informed that if the win rates are 0.5% off, the game is considered unbalanced. And according to this... we're still in the unbalanced territory. Let's go ahead and check these 2v2s together. Okay, it's even worse. 44%. Brits are a little bit up by 0.2. Wowie, wow. 56%, 55%. So even worse. 3v3s are even worse. 58, 57, 43, 42. And 4v4s, we're looking at almost a 60% win ratio. 57, 57, 43, 42. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but maybe on that Allied Zaza, maybe I'm smoking the copium, but according to these win rates, it ain't looking too good, especially for the U.S. forces. Oh my God. Oh, good Lord. That ain't fun. The poor Brits over here just getting fucking manhandled.